Okay, they was already ahead instantaneously, but now I just figured out the stash spot for people who do those type of activities. Definitely not me. I'm gonna keep some lotion in here. I don't know what y'all gonna keep in there. This is a whole recliner right here. This is not even a tongue either. This is a recliner. That's thick the whole way through. And then you have some actual padding in the neck or the collar of the shoe. It's decently padded too down the length of the shoe, as well padded as I am at you. Yeah, it's not just at the top right here or somewhere around there. It kind of goes down right to about here, and of course it thins out. I see the little holes and other things like that, so you definitely got some breathability going on up in here. This just looks weird. This just look what the fuck is going on here now?
I regret it, bro.
Stick your rubber outsole through and through, then you get to that rounded point. Interesting toe cap. Interesting toe cap. That looks crazy. That is so many layers of rubber. So you're looking at the Vans Halfcab Wafflecups. And right now, as far as I'm concerned, these are definitely better than the traditional vulcanized type of half cab construction. And furthermore, if you've seen my skate area video, I also dare to say if I'm not tripping, it's the same as a half cab if I'm wrong. But if I'm correct, it feels absolutely way more comfortable and snug, closer to the foot, making it more, like, easily more ideal in comparison. It's the one to go with. The comfort is from the top all the way down and all the way through the footbed. Like, I'm literally feeling a soft hugging comfort on all of my foot, even the toes, the piggly wigglies. It's like a slight welcoming pressure if hug comes off as conveying that it's tight or anything like that. But it's just with that little pressure, but with an extreme amount of softness. It's like crazy how much you just feel that. I know it has this Lux liner, and that sets it apart seemingly versus the traditional half cab, to my knowledge, and gives it even more comfort, but more so its function, the function of that Lux liner, is also to make it like fit closer to the foot. And it does so, again, without feeling restrictive or tight. And they both have tongue straps. This one's a gusseted. Oh, this one's like a half, like the whole thing. Actually, it's just from here all the way down. Yeah, so that's tongue seems to be gusseted. I believe that's correct. Yeah, just think of tongue straps that go all the way down from the mid part of the toe cap all the way down, or the tongue all the way down. This tongue is really thick. I mean, like 90s era thick with the equally 90s, mid 2000s era little stash pocket right there. Paraphernalia in one and pepper in the other to throw the dog off, the scent of the dog into the... No matter what you puffing at, it's gonna stink foot ass niggas. But you just feel, you feel like a king on a castle, king on a throne. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is comfortable right there. Thick, dense, responsive. My thumbs. Yes, the insole is very much comfortable. I can't tell if you can see the grooves that curve and hug your foot. It's not just flat. It's curves to it. It's just present on your foot as well as that, again, like comforting touch all around. These are definitely like long haul runners for sure, and something to just get around in, let alone skate. And for any amount of time, let alone all day. Not to say you won't reach your particular limit eventually, but these are definitely going to get you a lot longer down the road versus the skate era. That's for sure. And plenty of other like non-Vans skate shoes. Unless you're like very particular and have very specific needs and only a few type of shoes work, and they have to be top of the tippity top of the top. They're gonna be top tier as hell, and your shit's cooked. Your shit's cooked. You're cooked. Then maybe they won't be an adequate substitute, but at that point you need a spiritual intervention. My brother in Christ. So they sit a lot more wide on your foot, while again keeping in contact with your foot, especially that tongue and your midfoot. Just a little sandwich right there. There's plenty of room to like wiggle my toes and move around, and the flex points are proper out the box, let alone when they're all broken in. These are definitely geared more towards those with wider feet for certain. Mind you, it does get a little pointed, as most shoes do, towards the tip of the toe box, but nothing like the skate era. Them Keebler Elf 11s, man, them hoes was tripping, man. Nigga damn kept trying to climb trees and fornicate into cookies and sell them. It is a mid-top, but with attention to detail, as in there's an actual like padding to go with it. I keep saying, not just extra shoe for the sake of it. There's a lot of comfort as well as that support that you get with the mid-top, albeit a number of mid-tops, even high tops, don't even come with like any real support or comfort. These do. So, okay, that was relevant to mention. I'm not just constantly creaming myself violently, uncontrollably with the level of comfort that they have, and I just keep talking about it, okay? Never had a more comfortable shoe. That's crazy. Probably have. Fuck. It's not too much damage on it, but the rest of the shoe is seamless, and these are overall pretty lightweight to my surprise, despite how bulky the toe cap looks, and it is in terms of width. But it's more so bulky, there's a bit of bulk to it, but it's not really heavy. That also could depend on what shoes you just came skating off of last. It is mostly suede, and it's your standard suede you get with Vans. From what I can see, I don't tend to have many issues with that, and it's plenty long lasting. And there's some areas of this material that I don't know what the hell that is there for whatever reason. It seems to give it more flex and breathability for sure, without actually compromising the shoe or longevity in terms of the wear and tear wise. And with how fortified the rest of it is, I doubt it's going to compromise the structure or hold of it in any serious way, as in all shoes break down and expand and weaken eventually, like from wear and tear, let alone running and jumping in them. Just from walking around in them, you break the shoes. And with skate shoes or athletic shoes, you really run them into the ground. Anyways, that thicker rubber toe cap is absolutely sticky. Nothing to worry about in terms of grip and responsiveness. And its responsiveness to the flick. However, if you're like me, you do have to wear it down a bit, especially with really thick toe caps or that protrude a lot sideways, which is the case with Vans, at least most of them. I have to wear down that rubber slightly to get it flowing and responding with the board like smoothly without any hiccups or delays or any funkiness with it. Funky. Especially to let the board let go, man, this should be grip. Hiccup and crying. Especially to let the board let go, like it'd be grippy. Sometimes you be trying to forward flip. You set up to do a kickflip. You're doing a kickflip. Next thing you know, it turns into a forward flip, hurtle into your ass. A dolphin flip straight to your ass. A dolphin up your ass is not a good thing. This waffle cup construction so far, again, maybe as time goes on, it will meet the same fate as their traditional vulcanized construction and have the same structural failures as in, at least in my experience, but it's the drooping. It's the droopage. We shall see. That's right, my foot is just drooping through the bottom basically after about 2 weeks of skating. Think like somebody in a hammock and you're looking from the bottom. Don't do that. I mean, from the side in a normal way, and they're just drooping in the middle of that. Like they're just drooping in the middle, you know, just sagging down like the big back mother-in-law they are. God damn it, I hate that bitch. Completely unrelated. I'm far too ashy to have one of those anyway. But that means there's no impact protection, let alone any real protection, and I'm feeling every bit of the ground just by walking. Hopefully that's not the case with these, but that being said, these are still, like for me, at this point, far more objectively better already. The waffle cup construction hits like perfectly on what it's designed to do, which is to give you that support and structure, which is going to give you general impact protection from a cup sole, but also that flex and maneuverability that you tend to have to sacrifice with a proper cup sole that you can only get with the vulcanized shoe. So it does blend those together quite well, I would say. And again, felt broken in out the box. I was more so beefing with the toe cap. I had to get that to go, and then a little bit better. And with these, I started with the skate era. I did 30. I did these in the same day, the same sitting. So I did 30, then switched to these. So I was already warmed up and everything with these, and so it's a bit better. But yeah, the long-term review will definitely come. And yeah, I'm liking these. These so far, these are the most ideal. These are the most ideal. I'll put up with whatever little wideness they have to them. I'll get used to that. These are pretty proper, if I do say so myself. Yeah, so as you very well know, or you picked up over the course of this video, I am extremely stupid, so I barely filmed. You can still see it, but I barely filmed the damage on the half cab. Like, I should have shown it more clear. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can also see the skate era right next to it, and you can also ignore that motherfucker. Don't even get that. Don't even bother getting that right there.